Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on Married at First Sight, Season 18, Episode 15. It's titled Cheat and Retreat. For the first time, I like a title. I think that's cute. Cheat and Retreat. Let's get started because they put us through a whole bunch of crap before we got to the good stuff. So let's run through this really quickly. Okay, so Madison got up from the table cussing, talking about packing her effing bag and effing leaving. But instead, she's in the kitchen making a drink, saying she's tired of talking about drama. She just want to have fun. So all the girls are in the kitchen, and Madison is telling them that she is overwhelmed. What are you overwhelmed about? Michelle told them that she feels like everyone is on David's side and nobody wants to hear what she has to say. The ladies reassured her that they have her back. We then see Alan talking to David. He has a drink in his hand, so I think my baby is drunk. Because he said out of his mouth, David, you didn't do something right, but you weren't fully in the wrong. Alan, David is the ops. He is not your friend. Just know that, okay? So David told Alan that he just wanted some tender loving care. If you want tender loving care, you don't marry somebody at first sight, idiot. The next day, David is outside sitting by the fire, and Michelle joins him. And David apologized to her. He told her he never meant to hurt her. He told her he is a great man. He keeps saying he's a great man. He said he's a great man, but he was embarrassed. So he apologized for deflecting and throwing the blame on her. She asked him if he think that him cheating is her fault. He practically told her, yeah, it's your fault. She said, so you never thought I was trying at marriage? He told her no, she was not trying at all. She told him then he's a liar because he did say, he did tell her before, you are trying. But now he's saying she wasn't trying. She told him that his word means nothing to her. So she asked to see his phone. He told her he deleted Tiffany's contact information. Then he said, what do you want from me? She said, I want you to commit. She said, I wanted you to commit to the marriage. Anyway, next, Michelle is in a bedroom talking to both MM and Camille. She told them that David's 2 stories are lies. She told them that she does not believe he was texting Tiffany. She said she thinks he was texting Madison. But she has no proof and it's just a suspicion, a gut suspicion. Camille doesn't want to believe it. Imam is just sitting there looking all nonchalant. Because Imam got her own damn problems. Michelle told them that Madison was with David when he sent the text message, and plus she walked away from the table just now saying this is too much for her. Why did she walk away from the table? What is too much for her? Michelle said Madison didn't walk away when MM was talking about Ikeche, so why did she walk away now? Camille told Michelle to go ask Madison. And that's what I said last episode when she had told MM that she suspected was Madison. I said, go confront Madison. Go knock on her door. Call her up. Do something. Go find out what the hell's going on. So that's what Camille is telling her to do. Go talk to Madison. Michelle told Imam that she told him that she think he was texting Madison. Camille said go confront her. Michelle is afraid of hurting Alan. So, but Alan is already hurting because he knows that Madison don't like him. She don't spend any time with him. She's always hanging out with her friends at 3 in the morning. She don't like him. She don't want to be with him. She don't want to spend no time with him. He knows she don't like him. But he's what is the word? He's in denial. There you go. My Alan is in denial. So next, Alan and Madison, they go car racing. At first, Alan was winning, but for some reason, he let that damn Madison win. Heifer. So after they do car racing, they sit down to talk. And Alan wants to talk about decision day. He wants to talk about what's going to happen on decision day and what's going to happen after decision day. Madison told Alan that they have made progress. Liar, they haven't made any progress. Alan asked her straight up, do you want to gamble on me and, write it out after decision day? Excuse me. Madison is giving a whole bunch of, she's talking a whole bunch of shit. She said, there's a lot going on. I'm stressed out. I just want to enjoy the moment. Instead of answering the question, this is what she's talking about. She's just talking in circles, and Alan wants a direct answer, but she's talking in circles. So he should know right here, right now, she ain't rocking with you after decision day, okay? You should know that, Alan. But I heard through the grapevine that Madison and David, I heard through the grapevine that in real time, Madison and David are together, right? That's what I heard. So next scene, Juan and Carla went to a pottery place to make pottery. Juan is a natural at it. Carla is not so much. She's not so good at it. Juan is showing her how to do it, and all she's doing is making sexual jokes. But last episode, she said she was going to stop coming on to him, and here she is, still coming on to him. I guess she wanted one of those ghost moments where he sit behind her and help her make the pottery. I don't know. Carla has a one-track mind. She need to cut it out. Juan don't want you like that, girl. He don't want you like that. So next we see a short scene of David and Madison in the kitchen together, and they're having shots. So next, Camille and Thomas are in the hot tub talking about decision day and being parents. Camille said yes, in about 2 years she wants to have kids. Thomas said it's scary being a parent because babies are fragile and you have to shape them into being who they are, plus babies change your life. It doesn't sound to me like Thomas wants kids. Next, Alan asked Michelle to have a chat. So they're outside sitting on the steps talking. Alan told her that he went through something similar to what she's going through right now, being cheated on. He said in the past, people cheated on him. So he asked her how she's doing. And you see, Alan is the only stand-up guy in that house. He's the only one that checked up on her and asked her how she was doing. The only one. None of the other guys checked up on her. None of them. So Michelle said there was no resolution because David shut everything down at the table. Alan started to tell Michelle how much he liked Madison and if he lost her, how it would affect him. Michelle asked Alan if David told him he was texting another woman. Alan said no, he didn't know anything about that. Michelle said it was the night he was with you. It's the night you were hanging out with Carla, Madison, and I don't think one was there. And Alan was shocked. Alan said, really? He said, no. He said, wow, really? Alan said he didn't notice anything that night. But then he said, am I missing something? Because he suspects something's going on. So next scene, they're all gathered in the living room to play a game. Everyone in the group submitted a question to be asked. The first question was, who is the first to die in a horror movie? Thomas said Alan because Alan would go try to investigate what's going on and then he would be killed. David said Michelle. He said the reason he said Michelle is because he didn't say a reason why he said Michelle. But I think he said Michelle because that's what he wants to happen. If anybody were to die in a horror movie, he would want her to be the first to die in a horror movie. So he said Michelle. Second question, who is the most likely to have an orgy? Michelle said Carla because she is sexually vulgar. That was mean, Michelle. That was mean. But Carla didn't take any offense to it. Juan said Carla because she wanted to have a group tantric yoga session with everybody. Next question, who is most likely to become a exotic dancer? Alan said Juan because he has a pool boy's body. Next question. This is a question Alan submitted. Who is most likely to be into adult latex play? What the hell is that? Nobody knew what that was. Poor Alan. He thought it was something everybody knew about. He tried to explain it, but then he got red in the face and said, oh, forget it. I'm not going to talk about it. Alan, what the hell are you into? Adult latex? Okay, whatever. Next question. Who is most likely to get caught cheating? Madison picked up the liquor bottle, and took a swig. In the meantime, Michelle yelled out, David. Juan also wrote down David. Madison wrote down David. David wrote down David. Camille wrote down David. And stupid ass Thomas wrote down Thomas. Thomas said he was caught cheating before because he's not a good liar. So if he were to cheat, he'd be the one to get caught cheating. Camille didn't like that. Camille said, don't accidentally fall down the stairs tonight. I guess she's going to push him down the stairs. Next question, who is most likely to swap partners? Alan said MM because she ain't got no partner. Madison said MM. Juan said Madison. He said something about her being her wanting a sugar daddy. I don't know what he was talking about. Alan wasn't with it. He didn't like that answer or that question. He wasn't happy with that. Next question: who is most likely to have children first? Michelle got up and left out, and Alan went with her. They went to the kitchen to talk. She told him that she has a suspicion, but she is not ready to say it yet. Alan told her he is trying to remember that night they all went out. He told Michelle that there was nobody else there other than them, and he did not see David talking to anybody. So Alan asked Michelle if she knows something. She told him she has a gut suspicion about something. Alan told her that Madison and Carla went somewhere. Michelle said David went with them. That's what they told me. Alan said, oh, I didn't know that. Then he said, okay, I think I know where your thoughts are now. Alan said he can't see it though. Michelle asked him if he think that they have each other's phone number. Michelle said they work out together. Alan said, oh God. Michelle said a text message would be confused with M and an M. She's Michelle and then she's Madison. He confused the text. Poor Alan. Michelle is punching him in the guts with all this evidence, and he can't think, he can't talk, he's trying to cook, he just looks lost. Michelle told him that she could be wrong, so they are going to keep this between them. But she already told everybody else. She told MM, she told Camille, I'm pretty sure Camille told her husband. She already told, who else? She already told most of the people in the house. Alan told her that his gut says she is wrong. Michelle got scared because she saw that Alan was getting upset. So she told him, I'm sorry, Alan, I could be wrong. Alan told her that Madison have a little piece of his heart, and if that's the case, it's disgusting and he's going to lose his shit. Next scene, Michelle pulled Madison into the bedroom upstairs. She told Madison that David is a liar and there is no photo of a text. She said there's no photo. The text is to someone he physically saw at the bar. Michelle told her he was with you and Carla and Alan that night. And she said, was the message for you? She asked Madison, was the message for you? Madison said, I don't think so. It should not have been. Instead of saying, what? Me? Are you crazy? Why would it be on me? She goes, I don't think so. It should not have been. Michelle said, well, was it? Madison said, no, why would it be meant for me? Madison said she did not get any messages from David. And Madison tried to lie. She told Michelle that Alan and David were there for most of the time until the end of the night. That's a lie. She's stupid. Why lie when people can corroborate her story? Can't corroborate her story. Why would you lie when Carla and Alan can tell you that's not true? Madison said, we went to Yours Truly, I guess another club called Yours Truly, then we went home. That's a lie. She didn't go home with Alan. Michelle said they went home and it was just you and Carla. Madison said, yes, that's another lie. It wasn't just her and Carla. Michelle just showed that she's a liar. Michelle just showed that Madison is a liar, right to her face. Michelle said, just the two of you, just you and Carla? Then Madison said, me, Carla, and David. She kind of hesitated. She goes, me, Carla, and David. Michelle said, Alan was there? Madison said, no, Alan was back to the house. She just lied. She just said they all went back home. But now we figured, now she's saying Alan went home, but we stayed. Me, Carla, and David stayed. Madison said she hardly saw David. How do you mean you hardly saw David? You just said Alan went home and you, David, and Carla stayed at the club or at the bar. She said, we were there for 15 minutes, then we left. Fucking liar. That's not what Carla said. Carla said, you and him went off somewhere. And then you came back talking about you lost your phone. You forgot all that? Michelle asked her if she has David's number. Madison said yes. Michelle said, you guys work out together. Madison said she see David and Juan at the gym every other day. Michelle asked her if they text. She said no. Then she said, we have text before. No, we haven't text, but we have text before. Why are you lying? Just tell the truth. And then she keeps doing this fake coughing. Michelle asked her, what do they text about? Madison said, about going to the gym. She just said, I see him at the gym every other day. But you do text him to say you're going to the gym. She's such a fucking liar. Madison asked Michelle if she wants to look at her phone. Michelle told her she had suspicions and she wants to talk to her before she heard it from somebody else. Madison said, I'm sorry you feel this way. Michelle does not believe Madison at all, and nobody else does. Madison is a bold-faced liar. So Michelle went and told Camille and MM that Madison said that she told MM and Camille that Madison said she don't think the text was for her. MM told her to go talk to David. Michelle told her that David will lie about it. So next scene, Madison went into the bedroom. Alan is in bed looking at his phone and he does not look good. Madison asked him if he's okay. He shook his head and he told her he need a minute and he'll come downstairs soon. Madison said okay and she left out. In his confessional, Alan said things seem fishy and Michelle claims seem real, more real than he wants to admit to. Alan said the seed is planted in his head and it's growing. Next scene, Carla and Juan are outside sitting by the fire and Juan is playing his guitar and he's singing a made-up song that doesn't rhyme and make any sense, but Carla is jamming to it and I was so happy when they got done playing. And they are celebrating because they are happy that they're not MM and Ikiche, and they're happy that they're not Madison, David, and Michelle. They said they're not their relationship is not perfect, but their relationship don't have them type problems that they got. So next scene, Michelle asked David to come downstairs to talk. Michelle told David she has one more question about the text message. David said, I thought we were done with that. Michelle said, I'm not done with it because I don't believe you. She told him that she talked to Madison and she wanted to hear his side of the story. Michelle said, was the text message from Madison? David said, no. Instead of saying, what? No. He goes, no. Michelle said she would have reacted like, what? Why would you say that? David told her to think and say whatever the hell she wanted to say. David said, I told you I was done with this conversation. Michelle said, I must be onto something. David said, you either believe me or you don't. She said, I don't believe you. David said, anything else? You got anything else for me? She said, unless you want to come clean. David told her he did come clean. Michelle said, which time? David said, every time. Michelle said, okay, I have my answers. David got up and left out. Next, Madison comes to talk to Michelle. She asked Michelle, why was she brought into this? Michelle told her, because you were with David that night and you are his type. Madison said, because I'm blonde? Madison, you are not blonde. I'm pretty sure the curtain, what is it? The carpet don't match the drapes, or the drapes don't match the carpet. Okay, you are not blonde. Michelle told her that her response made her suspicious. Madison said, I can't help how I reacted. The text was not for me. We texted a couple of times about gym times. Michelle asked her if they message each other on social media. Madison said no. Michelle asked her if she can prove it. Madison asked her if she wanted to see her phone. So Michelle said yes. So Madison went up and got her phone, and it went through her phone, and there was no messages from David. So Michelle said, wait, I'm confused. You just said that you and David message each other, but where's the message in the phone? There's no message for him in the phone. Madison said, oh, that was weeks ago. Michelle said, and now you can't even show it, you can't prove it? Madison said, you are making me out to be the bad guy. Michelle said, all I want is the truth. Michelle told her she does not believe her. Madison leave out talking about she wants to go home. Again, she's talking about, I want to go home. Next scene, the producer Jay goes into Madison's room and asks her if there's any truth to what Madison thinks. And I think the producer was being slick. They want the truth to come out because they want more juice. So, because they don't want the story to die. So he went into her room and left the door open so that the guy can keep on filming. He was slick with Madison. He was really slick with Madison. So he asked her if there's any truth to what Michelle thinks. Madison said, I don't know. I never wanted to hurt anybody. It's going to break Alan's heart into pieces. The next scene, Carla is in the living room talking to Michelle, and she told her that she think the text was, Michelle told Carla that she think the text was from Madison, and she confronted both Madison and David. Carla said, what happens in the dark will come to the light. Next scene, Madison goes to David's room and asks him to come talk. Madison told David that Michelle talked to her and it didn't go well. She told him that she enjoyed their gym dates and going out and their conversations and going out and their conversations. She told him that she liked him more than she should. She told him that she cannot continue in her marriage and it's not fair to Alan, and she wants to, she told David she wants to get with him. David said he felt the connection with her. She was the only one giving him attention. David asked her if she told Alan. She said no. David said that has to be our first step. Madison told him that she wanted to talk to him first before talking to Alan. So they talked more about how much they like each other. And then David told her that the text was for her. The text that he sent to Michelle was really for her. And she goes, why? They're full of shit. Because you don't text somebody and say, you look so good, I want to eat you up if you have not been intimate with that person. They're both full of shit. This little staging conversation that they're having right here. Oh, I like you. Oh, I like you too. Let's break up with our husbands and wives and get together. No, they have been intimate in some kind of way. They've kissed, they've hugged, they've done something intimate with each other. Full of shit. You don't text somebody, you look so good, I want to eat you up without being intimate with that person. They're full of shit. Next scene, Alan and Juan are in the kitchen. David walked in and told Alan he needed to talk to him. Alan knows what's coming. He's livid. So they get drinks and they go outside by the fire pit to talk. David told Alan that him and Madison have a connection and that he doesn't he has a connection with Madison that he doesn't have with Michelle. David said they haven't been physical, they just vibe. Alan asked him, when did they start talking? David said they talk at the gym about Michelle and about him, Alan. David started to say, we vibe hard because Alan cut him off and said, I don't give a fuck. He said, I saw you as a friend. David said, I still see you as a friend. Alan said, fuck you. Alan said he put a lot of trust in Madison and he told her the second she did not want to be with him, she should tell him. Alan said she bullshit and played with him. David said, she did not, bro. Alan said, fuck her and fuck you. And they're going back and forth arguing, and Alan asked him if he fucked her, if he fucked Madison. He said no. Alan told him to go for it because he's done. And he went back into the house, slamming the door and cussing. He went into the house from the back door, then went through the front door, and MM chased him down to give him a hug. MM, leave that man alone. He didn't want no hug from you, MM. He said he wanted to hurt somebody. Then Juan came out to talk to him too, and Alan said he just spent $3,000 on clothes for that bitch. And he doesn't want to see her anymore. Alan said he's going home to his dog. Alan went into the kitchen, threw his drink, kicked and punched the cabinet, and then he went to pack. Michelle came into his room. He told her she was fucking right. He told her that David told him. He said it's disgusting. So then he left, got in the car and left. Next, David apologized to Michelle for lying and everything. He apologized for everything. He told her he has a connection with Madison. She asked him if he still thinks he's a great guy. He said yeah. He said he never hurt her. He never tried to hurt her. He told her he wasn't getting anything from her. She told him that I guess it's okay to go hook up with a friend. David said she knows more about him than Michelle knows about him. She said okay and dismissed him. In her confessional, she called him trash. Selma and Michelle went into Madison's room to see Madison. She asked Madison what does she have to say for herself, and Madison comes out of the bathroom. She comes out of the bathroom boxing. She goes, did you came here with guns ablazing, or do you want to talk?" And that was the end of the episode, and this is the end of my review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.